There are 10 car trends that really get under my skin. Car trends that should have been left behind in yesteryear. Starting with remote start, phone connectivity, heck, even cruise control, heated seats, and even performance are all getting locked behind paywalls. It's not that your car didn't come with any of these features, it did. But to access them, you gotta pay 15, 18, or even 25 bucks a month just to use them, even if you own the car outright. See, up until now, if you wanted a feature like heated seats, you just ticked the box when you ordered it new, the factory installed the system, you pay a bit more up front, and boom, warm butts for everyone. Today though, some OEMs are deciding to build all their cars with all possible options as standard, and then they charge you an additional monthly fee to activate those features. Like they haven't made enough already on dealer markups? Come on, guys. Now, some of this is tied to the increase of complex softwares in cars. Tesla, Ford, and GM all have subscription fees for their self-driving services, from glorified cruise control to nearly autonomous gas, brake, and lane control on the highway. But an even worse example is performance being locked behind a subscription paywall. Mercedes is charging $1,200 a year for an acceleration increase in their EVs. Following Tesla's lead, I see. Pretty soon, you won't be able to use any convenience features like opening your windows or using remote start without a subscription. This isn't a SaaS software. Wait, what? Toyota is already going to start charging a subscription for remote start? Come on. Good news though is that some of this is going to go away. BMW made a complete 180 on the subscription plans for heated seats and steering wheels and working blinkers. Well, joking on the last one. But they do still plan on incorporating in-car microtransactions in the future, whatever that means. But hey, you know what subscription won't cost you a thing? Subscribing to the channel. So why don't you like this video and subscribe? It's the best free thing that you've done all day.
And real quick, there's nothing like a little Huracan Performante V10 in the morning. Okay, if you've ever imagined yourself turning heads in a jaw-dropping supercar, you are in the right place. Sign up. Sign up for the Ideal Collective. Right now, it is completely free, and I've linked to it in the pinned first comment down below. And just by signing up, you'll be the first to know about the giveaway. Spots are limited, so sign up today. Again, it's in the pinned first comment, and now, back to the show.
Rest in peace, tactical buttons, knobs, and dials. Yeah, you had a good run, but I guess automakers would rather bury temperature control 6 screens deep in poorly designed user interfaces on a touchscreen. Now, apparently it saves automakers money to bury every single controllable element on the car in the touchscreen, but heck, this is something I'd rather pay up for if it means I actually get buttons to control the AC and how loudly I want to listen to my Taylor Swift CD collection. Who wrote this? Do any cars have CD players anymore? Not to mention, studies show it's even more dangerous to make drivers focus on giant iPads built into their car to control basic functions. But thanks to the backlash to the touchscreen controls in cars like the Volkswagen's GTI, Volkswagen is finally bringing back buttons. So here's hoping that other automakers will follow suit. I mean, it didn't help that in that car, they didn't work very well and weren't even backlit. Speaking of buttons and touch points in the car, now, the best way to change gears in a car is with a manual transmission, and I don't care if automatics are faster. If you disagree, you're wrong. Heck, this is our most popular T ever. Snag one until the manuals are all gone, and this T's gone as well. But since the era of the manual gearbox is coming to a close, at least give me a lever or gear shifter to go from drive to park to reverse. Because these dials, buttons, and knobs ain't cutting it. It's kind of scary having the direction of your 4,000 plus pound vehicle be dictated by a knob, where if you're just a millimeter off of how it's turned, you can send your car in the wrong direction. So please, just give us back the obvious gear shifter we all know and love. Listen, we all know most 4x4 and off-roading capable car buyers aren't actually doing much off-roading at all, other than driving down the occasional gravel driveway or maybe parking on the grass because the actual parking lot is full at your kid's soccer game. Daring. So, do we really need to cover Subaru Outbacks, Toyota Highlanders, and even Hyundai Konas in so much rough and tumble plastic black cladding? They actually trap more dirt and debris than regular painted body panels, and they fade much more over time than regular exterior body panels as well. Plus, if it gets scratched up, it's not made to even really be repainted, and so you're just stuck with scratches forever unless you replace it. enough with the platitude. But fenders aren't the only place plastic is driving me crazy. If you're an enthusiast like me, well, one of the most exciting things about your car is what's going on under the hood. But these days, when you pop the hood expecting to see fancy turbos and big engine blocks ready to deliver huge horsepower to the wheels, all you really see is this. A bunch of plastic gates and covers that block you from seeing anything interesting. I just love if automakers started taking the aesthetic design of the engine bay seriously, or at least make it so that we can see where the magic actually happens. Now, to be fair, most modern engines aren't exactly visually appealing to look at, and those covers do go a long way in terms of reducing noise and in some cases helping protect things like engine electronics. God, I just miss when engines looked like this. Okay, Audi kind of started it, but now every other luxury automaker has followed. The big, ugly grille now comes standard on BMWs, Acura, Lexuses, heck, even Toyotas have followed suit. I don't know about you, but these grills would make Post Malone jealous. To be clear, these don't always look bad. In fact, sometimes I think they can look pretty good, and it wouldn't bother me so much if these cars were all packed in such huge engines that required crazy cooling, but the radiators frequently only take up a small portion of those tiny grills. Some of the worst offenders don't even allow for air to flow through most of it. They're not even actual grills. They're just big pieces of plastic lattice in the front of the car, and it just needs to stop. And while we're on the subject of stupid fake plastic, can we put an end to the fake plastic vents on new cars? Putting fake plastic venting on your car is so 2020. Toyota, we are so glad to see the Supra back, but why all the fake vents? Maybe just make them real vents, or don't put them on the car at all? Maybe worse still are the fake exhausts we see cropping up all over the place. Look, if you aren't going to put real exhaust pipes poking out the rear bumpers, just do us all a favor and don't even bother. Headlights have gotten ridiculous. The number of different components inside the single headlight housing is just crazy. Multiple LEDs in complex trims, jewel-style eyelets, fancy embellishments. It is no wonder insurance rates have skyrocketed, since it seems basically every headlight housing now costs upwards of $1,500 to replace, since it's full of so many delicate parts. Hell, the Lykan Hypersport has blinged out headlights made from titanium LED blades with 420 diamonds weighing 15 carats. What the? And half the time, the headlights aren't even really the headlights. The lights are split across multiple pieces of trim in the front. BMW headlights are now just the running lights. And all this LED housing trim is the actual headlight that helps you see when you're driving in the dark. Low-profile tires came right from the enthusiast community. Street racers, stance boys, and the incinerator. Yes, they all chased the biggest wheels and thinnest profile tires that they could to get the looks and performance that they couldn't. But it all came with the catch of sacrificing comfort. Now, it all seems all the automakers have jumped on board, even with the likes of Volvo. I mean, it doesn't matter how great your suspension and drivetrain engineering is. If you run super low profile tires and drive through standard US roads full of potholes, you are in for a rough ride. Save the low pro tires for John Cena, not a full-size SUV. Now, larger profile tires with slightly smaller wheels could drastically improve the ride quality of most cars on the road today. But somewhere along the way, everyone started chasing the lowest profile tires possible for all their cars. Beauty is pain, people. And now it's time for the honorable mention. With a new car averaging a price of almost $50,000 new, there are literally no affordable new cars anywhere to be seen. Literally, the only one that you could buy under 20 grand new today is the Mitsubishi Mirage, which I didn't even know they made Mitsubishis anymore. Did you? Anyway, I would love to have something cheap, fun, and affordable, and maybe like something like a Miata. But even those are starting at over $30,000. Guess I'm just gonna have to keep eating ramen and saving my pennies. Although the prices just seem to keep going up, so no vote for me. Now, let me start by saying start-stop systems can be great in the right use cases, and they do offer tangible fuel economy gains. But also let me be clear in saying that they are a major pain in the ass. My problem here isn't actually with start-stop systems themselves, but rather how they're implemented, and maybe even more so, how they're tuned. Frequently, the fuel economy gains are minuscule, and in everyday stop-and-go traffic, wear and tear on the starter system along with the delay in power when the light finally turns green drives most of us cray-cray. And in the majority of them being too intrusive, and when the engine kicks back on, you get a vibration or a clunk. Now, I'm not against start-stop entirely, but please automakers, let us turn them off forever if we prefer to. There's already an entire aftermarket built around disabling these features. Instead of making us jump through these hoops of getting third-party parts, just please give us the option. And so there you have it, 10 car trends plus an honorable mention that need to die this year. Do you agree? Do you have any other car trend pet peeves? Let me know about them in the comments below. Now, go check out these ideal vids over here and subscribe if you're new, turn on that notification bell. I'm Brad the Financial Cowboy. This is Ideal. See you next week, and promise me one thing, keep living the ideal lifestyle.